With me today, Ambassador Christian Kennedy, who is the Special Envoy of the State Department for Holocaust Issues. And Ambassador Kennedy, perhaps you'd like to summarize for us a little bit today what it is that your office does and how it came to be.
Okay. Thank you very much, John. I'd be happy to do that. Our office was established as part of the follow-on to the Washington Conference on Holocaust-era Assets that took place in 1998. It was a major international conference attended by 44 countries that brought together leadership from all of those countries to look at what we could do in the area of restitution, education, and we've made a lot of progress since then. My office is in charge of working those issues constantly. The United States is also a member of several organizations that come into being after the Washington Conference. Probably one of the most significant is the Task Force for International Cooperation on Holocaust Education, Remembrance, and Research. We are also the delegates to the International Tracing Service, which is an organization that had many successors but came into its current form in 1955. The International Commission manages the Bad Arolsen archives, which contain about, depending on how you count pages, something between 50 million and 100 million pages of camp records, labor records, and almost all of the displaced persons record files in the world.
And this is a searchable archive?
We are making it searchable through national venues. Our national repository is the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum in Washington. Yad Vashem is another major site that's already up and running. We're a little over halfway through digitizing, in other words, putting in a computerized, readable form these documents.
Okay. As an aside, I think we'll just do this as a conversation.
Sure.
Like, we'll do it like Oprah, you know.
I came to Prague this time because we had meetings with the Czech organizers of the Prague Conference on Holocaust-era Assets, which will take place in June this year, from the 26th to the 30th. It's being organized as part of the Czech presidency of the European Union. And we're very pleased to have Czech leadership on this issue. It is the 10th anniversary of the Washington Conference, plus a couple months. And it's time for a review to see what we've done that helped Holocaust survivors, that furthered Holocaust education, what we promised we would do that still needs to be done, and also what new things can we do that will benefit Holocaust survivors and Holocaust education, art recovery, a whole host of issues.
So I imagine, in fact, that there's a certain sense of urgency in terms of providing benefits to Holocaust survivors now. Well,
I think, you know, Holocaust, whenever you're talking about Holocaust survivors, any subgroup of them, time is not their friend. And so, yes, there is a sense of urgency.
And at this conference, are you going to expand the areas on which you focus beyond what you dealt with in Washington 10 years ago?
Yes, we're adding a couple of new areas that I think are very important. First, in Washington, we dealt with communal real estate, synagogues, schools, hospitals, and others. Now, here in Prague, one of our objectives will be the follow-on for communal real property, communal real estate. But we're also going to be taking up a very complicated issue of private real estate that was confiscated first by the Nazis through their Aryanization programs, and then in countries that have not dealt with this issue, we'll be asking, I think that one of the outcomes of the conference will be calling on countries to address this issue through national legislation that creates a rapid administrative process to deal with this issue. So we don't want to see people having to go to the courts. Now, what's in this for everybody? Obviously for the survivors, I think this is probably the most significant piece of the restitution and compensation puzzle that's left. For the countries involved that do this, that haven't done it in the past, I think the great benefit is clearing up clouded titles to real estate. A clouded title, a blighted title, a not clear title, lawyers and real estate people use different terms, but a title that is not clear creates doubts in people's minds over who owns it, what you can do with it, and it also affects investment a lot. So there's a benefit for both sides to address this issue, to get it taken care of and getting it off the table. For the survivors, they need to have something back for what they lost. For the countries involved, it's clearing up this huge mess that is lurking out there in the form of unclear real estate titles.
Well, I think you anticipated my last question on that and what the outcomes might be that were hoped for. So I guess what we can do is wish you luck at this point as you organize the conference and see how the outcome is in June.
Very good. Thank you very much for this opportunity to talk about it. And I look forward to working with all of the countries that are going to be there. I think right now we're counting on attendance by about 47 different countries and roughly 24 NGOs. So it'll be a big conference and important.
Fantastic. Best of luck to you.
Thanks very much.